So let's talk about the vehicle itself, and we'll start with the sedan and the changes for 2021. There are a couple. We added 2 new grades, actually 1 grade, Apex grade, but for 2 different models, SE and XSE. We added standard Android Auto for 21 Corolla sedan. So it had CarPlay before, but it did not have Android Auto, but now 21 model does. We added 2 more airbags for a total of 10. Blind spot monitoring we did have before, but it did not include rear cross traffic alert, and now it does for 21 model. And automatic engine shut-off, like a lot of other Toyotas, is now standard equipment. So the sedan lineup is pretty robust. We have multiple models, as you can see here, including a hybrid LE, and then we added a couple more variants. So one is the Nightshade that we have. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, available with the dynamic shift CVT only. 3 different colors: classic silver, super white, or black sand pearl. And of course, what makes the Corolla sedan Nightshade a Nightshade is the blacked out trim and the black alloy wheels. This is the new Apex edition. It's only available on the SE or XSE models. It does come standard with the 2-liter engine, and then transmission is either the CVT or a 6-speed manual. So the thing that makes it the Apex is the track-tuned chassis and suspension. If you don't know, Apex is a racing term. That's the point in the turn that the racers shoot for. A catback exhaust system is standard, as is an aero body kit, available in cement, as you see in the image, white or black sand pearl. All of those colors have a black roof. Only 6,000 units for SE and XSE. If we talk about LLE and XLE, they come standard with the tried and true 1.8-liter 4-cylinder, 139 horsepower. You know, it keeps the price of this vehicle very competitive. It's the value model, obviously. So this tried and true engine is continuing for Corolla sedans in LLE and XLE models. If you want a little more power and performance, you go for the SE or the XSE, which is the standard 2-liter engine, 169 horsepower, direct injected, dynamic shift CVT or the manual transmission, and a very good 34 mpg. It's actually 1 better than the smaller 1.8-liter engine. And of course, if you're really focused on fuel economy, you'll go for the LE hybrid Corolla. It's basically the Prius powertrain in a Corolla LE hybrid, and it gets a fantastic 52 mpg combined with very good performance as well. The torque from the electric motors gives you really good off-the-line acceleration. And of course, that hybrid LE comes with a 10-year battery warranty, as do all of our Toyota hybrids. 10 years or 150,000 miles, which is a transferable warranty. And of course, the battery itself is designed to last life of the vehicle. Automatic engine shutoff is one of those new features for 21 model Corolla. You may have noticed this on a lot of the new Toyotas. When you put the vehicle in park with the engine running and open the door, it'll pop up a little message on the MID asking you if you want to continue with the engine shutoff in an hour or not. And then technology is an area where Corolla sedan definitely wins in the segment, with standard Android Auto now, Apple CarPlay, Amazon Alexa, Sirius XM. You can get a 7 or 8-inch touchscreen, and then standard connected services like Safety Connect and Wi-Fi Connect, available Qi wireless charging, and of course an available JBL sound system with built-in navigation. Standard is also great on 21 Corolla, standard TSS 2.0, with all of those great features we know from 2.0, including the newer lane trace assist and road sign assist. So blind spot monitoring now with rear cross traffic for Corolla sedan is standard on the upper grades, XSE, XSE Apex, and XLE, but also available on the lower grades, LE, SE, and LE Hybrid. And then passive safety-wise, we mentioned there are now 10 standard airbags on 21 Corolla. So the addition of the 2 rear passenger side airbags ups the count from 8 to 10 on the sedan. And then the connected services, again, we want you to focus on enrolling every Corolla customer in their standard Safety Connect or Wi-Fi, and then if it's one of the upper grades, their Remote Connect and Service Connect. So let's do a little comparison versus our biggest competitor in the segment, which is the Honda Civic. So when we compare our LE versus their LX, we definitely win in technology. We have a larger touchscreen. The one in the Civic is only 5 inches and it's not even a touchscreen, so it's very dated. And of course, we have standard features like satellite radio, CarPlay, and Android Auto. We also win versus Civic LX when it comes to safety. So that 10 standard airbags is 4 more than you get in a Civic LX. And then we give you standard Safety Connect, pedestrian detection, road sign assist, and available blind spot with rear cross traffic. You can get some of these features in Civic, but you have to move up in grade for a significant price increase. We also win in some comfort convenience features, like Civic LX still goes with the one-piece folding rear seat, which limits the versatility of the cargo. We have an available hybrid for Corolla, the LE model. Civic doesn't have one technically. The Honda Insight is their version of the Civic hybrid. You can get a moonroof on an LE Corolla, you cannot on an LX Civic. And we have standard LED lighting where they use the halogen headlamps on their base Civic. So just to summarize the sedan, we have the 2 new Apex grades, SE and XSE. We added Android Auto for 21 model, as well as upping the airbags to 10. The blind spot monitoring now comes with rear cross traffic alert. Automatic engine shutoff is standard, and of course, you get standard Toyota Care with every new Toyota. So let me go ahead and hand off to Jeremy, and he'll cover Corolla hatch.
All right, thanks, Brian, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So on with 21 Corolla hatch. There's some new things for 2021. Some of them are the same as you would expect on the sedan, but we do have a new special edition hatchback. There's only going to be 1,500 units, so very limited run of this car. We'll cover in detail what it's going to come with. But again, the 10 standard airbags that you find in the sedan, it's also going to be standard in the hatchback. You're going to have the automatic engine shutoff, just like sedan, and pretty much most 2021 Toyota vehicles will have that automatic engine shutoff. Blind spot monitoring is available as before, but now it will also include the rear cross traffic alert. And then you're going to have some enhanced cargo space available as an option on certain models. And then you're going to have some new colors as well. Windshield pearl and magnetic gray will be new for this year. So there's our lineup. But we do have the nightshade Corolla hatch, just like in the sedan. And we've got our SE and XSE grades. So on top of that, you will have the special edition, which I'll get to here in a second. But the Corolla hatch nightshade, similar to all of our other nightshade models across the lineup, but it's going to be it's going to be based essentially off an SE grade, so it'll have the 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's 168 horsepower. Will only have the dynamic shift CVT, again, just like sedan, and it will be available in 3 colors: classic silver, super white, and midnight black. It's going to have blacked out trim, blacked out alloy wheels. They're 18-inch. So again, kind of goes along with all the other nightshade editions within our lineup. Now for the special edition Corolla hatch, this also has the 2-liter 4-cylinder, 168 horsepower. But this is going to be available in both the dynamic shift CVT or the 6-speed manual. It's going to be available only in supersonic red, so a special color for the Corolla hatch, and it will have black spoiler and accents and black 18-inch alloy wheels. Just keep in mind, it's a very limited run, only 1,500 units for the entire country. So again, I know I mentioned the powertrain already, but just to be clear, we do have one powertrain for the SE and XSE hatch, or really just all models of hatch in general. And it is the 168 horsepower, 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's 151 pound-feet of torque, so a big upgrade over the 1.8 liter that you see in the sedan. It is direct injected and will have the option, depending on the grade, of either that dynamic shift CVT or 6-speed manual will be available on the SE. Now the dynamic shift CVT, just so everyone remembers, if you've forgotten, that transmission actually has a first gear. So it has a real first gear, and it starts off initially from a stop in that first gear and then shifts into the CVT or continuously variable mode. And the reason for that is really it's for durability. CVTs, if you have a lot of power through them when you launch off the line or accelerate hard, they tend to not last very long. So while other competitors have been using these for years, and we've seen some instances of failure in some of those CVTs from our competitors, we wanted to make sure that a Corolla is going to last just like people would expect it to last. They think it's supposed to last forever. Maybe it won't last forever, but it's going to last a really long time. And because we've added that first gear in the transmission, that's going to give it the durability, and it's also going to give it a little bit better performance on off-the-line acceleration. And you can see your fuel economy is actually pretty good for the power output in this vehicle. 32 city, 41 highway with a combined of 35. Again, the automatic engine shutoff is standard on all Corollas and most 21 model year Toyotas. And basically, if you leave the engine running, you open the driver's door, you're going to get an alert on the MID that's going to say that the engine will shut off in an hour. And you can cancel that if you like, but it's just to make sure that people don't inadvertently leave their vehicle running when they get out of the vehicle thinking maybe they turned it off. Especially on a hybrid vehicle, that would be something that could happen, because if the gas engine's not running, they think, well, I already turned it off. So just a precaution. Some of the in-car technology, just like on the sedan, but you're going to have standard Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and Amazon Alexa on all grades. An 8-inch touchscreen is standard in the hatch. Standard Sirius XM with that 3-month trial period. Full all access XM Sirius, so you get all the channels. Standard Safety Connect and Wi-Fi Connect on all grades. And then you will have the option to get a Qi wireless charging on the console, or the JBL sound system with dynamic navigation will also be an option. Standard safety, pre-collision with pedestrian detection, all part of TSS 2.0. Full speed dynamic radar cruise control. Of course, the lane trace assist and roadside assist are the two new features for TSS 2.0. Lane departure warning with steering assist, and automatic high beams. Now again, I mentioned blind spot. We've had blind spot before. It's standard on XSE. It's an option on the SE, but now we'll include the rear cross traffic alert feature that will indicate that there is a vehicle approaching if you start to back out of a parking spot. So it just gives you a little bit better visibility when you're backing out of a parking spot, maybe in a mall or a grocery store setting where typically there's a lot of SUVs there, so you're trying to back out and you can't really see around them. So just a little bit more safety built into that vehicle. 10 standard airbags. So those rear passenger side airbags that come out of the seat, just like the front seats, are your 2 additional airbags. So a total of 10 now in the Corolla hatch. And your connected services, I mentioned Standard Safety Connect and Wi-Fi Connect on all grades. But XSE will come with a Remote Connect and Service Connect, and the option of dynamic navigation with destination assist will be available as well. Now the enhanced cargo space that I mentioned. So this is going to be an option on Corolla hatch, and what it does, it removes the spare tire and replaces it with a tire repair kit, which is actually more and more common nowadays in vehicles. But it's going to add 6 cubic feet to the cargo space. So instead of the floor and the cargo area being kind of flat, it actually dips down, so it gives you that extra 6 total cubic feet. So 23 cubic feet in total of cargo space in the hatch, which I think is lacking a little bit of space before. Now this gives you the option of increasing that cargo space and just removing that spare tire. Now when we compare the Corolla SC, our base grade, to the LX Civic hatch, which is their base grade, it's kind of the same story with the sedans. We all have an 8-inch touchscreen standard on Corolla hatch only a 5-inch LCD screen, not even touchscreen on the Civic. No Sirius XM on the Civic or Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. All of those features will be standard on all grades of Corolla. Again, 10 airbags versus only 6 in the Civic. I mean, 6 is pretty good, but wouldn't you rather have 10? You know, if you want the most standard safety possible, you can see it here in Corolla. Safety Connect standard, not available on the LX Civic. Pedestrian detection, again, not available in the Civic. And road sign assist and blind spot with rear cross traffic alert, not on the LX Civic. Now you can get some of those features on upper grades if you want to spend more money in Civic, but all of those things you'll see available on the Corolla. Other things like Smart Key, again, standard on SC Corolla, not available on the LX Civic. We do have available Remote Connect on Corolla. They do offer a remote start system for $399 that you can get as an option on Civic. Our headlights all the lights on the Corolla are LED. Tail lights, headlights, turn signals, everything. You still use halogen lights on the Civic, so kind of a dated lighting technology at this point. And then Toyota Care is going to be standard on all Toyotas, not something that Honda has offered to date. So some of the key takeaways, again, those 10 standard airbags. Automatic engine shutoff is new for us. The blind spot monitoring now will come with rear cross traffic alert, so keep that in mind. An available enhanced cargo space will be an option on the hatch. We've got that new 1500 unit special edition. So you might see a few of those from time to time, and then the standard Safety Connect on all grades of Corolla hatch as well.